What's up, everybody? Back again with another video. Finally. Okay, listen. Happy New Year's, everybody. So back to the basics we go. We about to start 2024. First and foremost, anybody that have sent me an email in regards to insurance, fuel cards, and all of that stuff, I want to say I've been working with the same companies for the past 3 years, right? So the two insurance that I do recommend, if they don't work in your area, I advise you to just ask them for a recommendation. They can pretty much recommend somebody in your state. They can recommend somebody in your state if they are not able to help you. So just contact them and figure out, what you need to do. If you're trying to start your new business, especially going into 2024, you're about to start brand new trucking companies. I'm not a trucking guru whatsoever, because what I see, it's been a rough year for 2023. So email me. I'm almost caught up on my emails. If I haven't got to you yet, by tomorrow, I'm pretty sure that I will be completely caught up on the email. So email me if you need trucking insurance, if you need fuel cards, if you want all the services that I use for a brand new trucking authority, hit me up, send me an email. My email is in the description below, and I will send you over that information, including, brokers that work with brand new authority. So shoot me an email and I'll get that over to you. So straight to the business. Now, this year, 2023, has been one of the toughest, roughest years I've had since I've been in the business. But I was able to sustain a lot of the obstacles because I had myself in position with the right resources. That's why I say, and I keep telling everyone, that it's important to work on your business credit. Even though you might take an alternate route of getting started in the business, in the meantime, you still need to be working on some of these things to make sure that you're able to sustain, the obstacles that you're going to face. Because let's face it, these trucks, they're going to break down at some point. They're going to have some type of mechanical issue, and you need to be prepared for them. Whether you're saving your money or whether you have, resources that you can go to, like credit cards, or, your bank can give you a loan, or whatever the case may be, you want to have resources in place for when these emergency situations happen. To be honest, a lot has happened. My personal truck this year in particular, I had the truck years now. You guys know, you've been with me from the beginning. You know, when I purchased the red truck, I had the most expenses this particular year with that truck just in general, so I was doing a lot. Now, I had probably some chances and opportunities to make videos for you guys, but also keep in mind too, I've learned a lot this year because I've also took on a second truck. And being that that truck is leased onto a carrier, it's still things that happen with that truck that I'm responsible for. Like, most importantly, the truck breaking down or having a blowout in the middle of the night and my driver calling saying that he need roadside assistance. The thing with this company that the truck is leased onto, that they're not going to, pretty much assist with that. So it was on me to have roadside come out and get him off the side of the road, because he actually had a steer tire blowout. So these are some of the things that I've learned, that you want to check on your truck, check on your equipment a lot more often than I was doing, because I was so busy running and operating my personal truck that certain things that was going on with this truck in particular, I may not have been aware of, and certain things cause situations that now I have to get roadside assistance and stuff like that. So I've been dealing with those type of things when it comes to the business just in general, but I've learned a lot. Okay, so first off, that I'm pretty much a one-man operation, right? I run, operate, and drive my own personal truck, right? So last year I took on a second truck, right? And I was operating it this whole year. I had my driver that I have now. He stayed with me, been with me the whole year. The truck been moving and operating this whole year, and that's been good. But that truck had issues too. I had to get batteries replaced, all different type of stuff that went wrong with the truck, that I had to pretty much stop what I'm doing, or make time in between time to make sure that I take care of those things that's going on. So me saying all of this is to say this: starting a brand new business, if you're going to get in the trucking business in 2024, we're about to move forward into the next year, it's preparation and positioning, because it's a lot of opportunity. Now that we talk about how the rates are down, everybody's going, all the trucking gurus, they pretty much disappeared. They're not making videos anymore and stuff like that. The big question that I get is it a good time? Because people are kind of afraid now at this point. Is it a good time to get into the trucking business? And the answer is pretty much yes, it's a good time, because right now, honestly, with the rates are the way they are, these are the rates when I first came into the business. Now, going forward to 2020, 2021, when everything was booming and everybody was making money and the trucking business was the thing to start. It was the biggest deal. It was the biggest thing to start. Everybody wanted to get into the trucking business. Now this stuff is fading away, and now we're getting some legitimate people that actually want to make a career out of this, that's actually want to move forward and get things done the proper, correct way, which is stop skipping steps. You know, if you're going to find the alternative route, which the FMCSA is pretty much trying to crack down on this type of stuff too, but the easiest way is to just go to a trucking school. Because, you know, you're going to start working with that company, you're going to gain experience, and then from there you can move on to the next steps, which is purchasing your own truck and stuff like that. And I recommend leasing a truck on for a year or so. That way you can understand the business if you're going to go into the route of purchasing your own truck. Now, there's nothing wrong with staying a company driver. Some people stay a company driver. Company drivers are getting paid well, especially if they work for a company that continuously have decent freight going all over the country, which me personally, I haven't done in quite some time. You know, running and operate my own truck, I've learned to move and operate a certain type of way that's going to benefit me and the lifestyle that I want to live, giving me a work-life balance, if that makes sense. So starting a trucking company is pretty hard, I would say, but not really, you know, not really. It's just a process. I would say that it's definitely a process, but that process can be a lot more simple if you just follow the steps that has been the same. Some of the stuff has changed and needs to be updated. Like some of the apps that I say and recommend doesn't even look the same no more. But with that being said, a lot of the principles and the core values of starting a trucking business is still the same. Like if you're going to start a trucking business from scratch, you're brand new, you don't have a CDL, you never had a CDL, is to get experience, because you want at least 1 to 2 years, because they're going to make it tough. So if you got at least 2 years of experience, things will be a lot easier for you, and you can work on building your credit and position yourself within those 2 years. So when you buy a truck, you're buying a truck at a decent interest rate. You're buying a truck at a comfortable monthly payment, and you're not paying $5,000 a month for a truck. Because at honestly $5,000 a month for a truck, you can be paying less than $2,000 a month for a truck and a trailer if you position yourself and enter into the business the correct and proper way and not force anything. Because by the time you've worked with a company, do your due diligence, pay your dues, which is go out there, gain experience necessary to operate a truck professionally, you'll be more responsible and you'll be more likely to succeed when you go out there and get your own truck and start this thing. Now, this is coming from a person like me who is not a guru whatsoever. Like I said, I still drive and operate my own personal truck. You know, the gurus of this thing, you know, they have 10, 15, 20, 100 trucks and they don't drive at all. Some say they never even had a CDL. But me personally, knowing how to start this thing, because I actually do it myself personally and still do to this day, you know, I can see and I'm able to tell you that some of the services that I use, some of the obstacles that you're definitely going to face, especially if you're driving your own truck, and what it's going to take and the experiences that you would see moving forward when you decide to purchase your very next truck. So those are some of the examples that you're going to face when you're starting a trucking business. It is a process that you can get through. You can get through. I did it. You can do it. And all it is really just following the steps. The process is just as simple as following the steps. Get your CDL, gain your experience, position yourself financially to purchase a truck, and acquire the right resources to help you grow and move forward in the business. Those things are going to be the foundation. It's going to be the foundation if you're going to operate and drive your own truck personally. Now, don't get me wrong, it is a different way to enter into the business if you're going to enter the business as an investor. That's a whole nother topic. But I'm speaking on just if you're going to be driving, or if you're already a driver and you're looking forward to the next step, which is purchasing your own truck. I'm really speaking on that part of it, because the investment side of it is still a whole different separate part, which it is a way to enter into the business that way. But of course, that takes capital and it's definitely going to take resources. So, you know, that's a good way to get into the trucking business as well, especially if you don't have a CDL or don't have any plans on driving a truck and you want to invest into the trucking business, then that's a great way. But when we talking about investing into the trucking business as your own operator and moving forward and building your business, go to trucking school, gain your experience, and then work for a company maybe for a year or so, then move on to the next step, which is owner-operator, purchasing your first truck. I would personally recommend leasing a truck onto a company at first so you can get the feel of fuel costs, managing fuel costs and stuff like that, managing your truck payment and all these expenses that come along with owning a truck. And then you'll be able to jump into that next step, which is getting your own authority. Surround yourself with the resources that you're gonna need when you run into certain obstacles out here when it comes into repairs and maintenance and stuff like this when it comes to your equipment, and you will be fine. So if you need all the resources that I've used, fuel cards, factoring, insurance, anything you need, my email is going to be in the description. You definitely can hit me up. Again, I'm going to try my best to make this year back to the basics, to where I'm going step by step. It's going to also be a lot of me out there actually with the truck, driving and working, because I still drive my personal truck, which I don't have a problem with at all, because the things that I do and the way that I operate now is so different than what I've been doing before, which is going here and there and everywhere. You know, it's ways to limit that down so you can save on fuel costs and those type of things. And those are the type of videos that I want to try to make so you guys can see in real life how it really goes and how you can really operate, so you can get an idea of how you want to operate your truck when you decide to move forward and take that next step into, you know, getting your own truck and stuff like that. So let's work together, help support the channel just by watching and sharing the videos. That's all I ask. You never see me come on here and ask you guys for a dime. Not ever, not never, right? And Truckin Gurus, you know, they sell the information. Some of the information is very valid. So if you feel like you can receive information from someone that has more knowledge than me that does this, by all means, definitely, you know, try them out, but that's all on you. But when it comes to me, all I'm doing is simply sharing the information that I have as I learn and grow and move forward, and I'm sharing that with you guys. And I'm on truck number 2, so I'm not a guru by no means. All I'm doing is patiently waiting, growing my business gradually, and you know, I'm gonna just share my experiences with you guys. So happy New Year's to you. Shout out to all you guys, and you know, we're gonna take it back to the basics, you know, so you guys can see that it's gonna take some work. Here I am, back again with this video. Last video of the year. I delivered my last final load for the year, so we're about to move into 2024. Of course, like I say, I'm a one-man show, so I got a lot of stuff to catch up on as far as closing out the year. So I'm gonna get to that. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, see you in the next video.